The Aramaic and Palestinian Targum, Genesis chapter 18. And the glory of the Lord was revealed to him in the valley of Mamre. And he, being ill from the pain of circumcision, sat at the door of the tabernacle in the fever or the strength of the day. And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, 3 angels in the resemblance of men were standing before him. Angels who had been sent from the necessity of 3 things, because it is not possible for a ministering angel to be sent for more than one purpose at a time. 1, then, had come to make known to him that Sarah should bear a man-child. 1 had come to deliver Lot, and 1 to overthrow Sodom and Gomorrah. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the door of the tent, and he bowed himself on the earth. And the Jerusalem text says, 3 angels were sent to our father Abraham, and the 3 were sent for 3 things, because it is not possible that one of the high angels should be sent for more than one thing. The first angel was sent to announce to our father Abraham that, behold, Sarah should bear Isaac. The second angel was sent to deliver Lot from the midst of the overthrow. The third angel was sent to overthrow Sodom and Gomorrah, Admah and Zebulun. Therefore was there a word of prophecy from before the Lord unto Abraham, the just. And the word of the Lord was revealed to him in the valley of vision. And he sat in the door of the tabernacle, comforting himself from his circumcision, in the fever, the strength of the day. And he said, I beseech, by the mercies that are before thee, O Lord, if now I have found favour before thee, that the glory of thy Shekinah may not now ascend from thy servant until I have set forth provisions under the tree. And I will bring food of bread, that you may strengthen your hearts and give thanks in the name of the word of the Lord, and afterwards pass on. Therefore at the time of repast are you come, and have turned aside to your servant to take food. And they said, Thou hast spoken well, do according to thy word. And Abraham hastened into the tent unto Sarah, and said to her, Hasten 3 measures of flour meal, mix and make cakes. And unto the flock ran Abraham, and took a calf, tender and fat, and gave to a young man, to hasten to make prepared meats. And he took rich cream and milk, and the calf of which the young man had made into prepared meats, and set them before them, according to the way and conduct of the creatures of the world. And he served before them, and they sat under the tree, and he quieted himself to see whether they would eat. And they said to him, Where is Sarah thy wife? And he said, Behold, she is in the tent. And one of them said, returning, I will return to thee in the coming year, and ye shall be revived. And, behold, Sarah thy wife shall have a son. And Sarah was hearkening at the door of the tent, and Ishmael stood behind her, and marked what the angel said. But Abraham and Sarah were old, they were mounted in days, and with Sarah the way of woman had ceased. And Sarah wondered in her heart, saying, After that I am old, shall I have conceptions? And my Lord Abraham is old. And the Lord said to Abraham, Why has Sarah so laughed, saying, Can it be in truth that I shall bear, being old? Is it possible to hide anything from before the Lord? At the gracious time I will return to thee in the time when you shall be revived, and Sarah will have a son. And Sarah denied and said, I wondered not, for she was afraid. And the angel said, Fear not, yet in truth thou didst laugh. And the angels who had the likeness of men arose from thence, and the one who had made known the tidings to Sarah ascended up to the heavens. And two of them looked towards Sodom, and Abraham went with them. And the Lord said with his word, I cannot hide from Abraham that which I am about to do. And it is right that before I do it, I should make it known to him. For Abraham is to be a great and mighty people, and through him shall all the peoples of the earth be blessed. And the Jerusalem text says, and the Lord with his word said, shall I hide from Abraham, my friend, that which I am about to do? For as much as the town of Sodom is among the gifts that I have given to him, it is just that I should not overthrow it till I have made it known to him. Because his holiness, his piety is manifest before me, and he will instruct his sons, and the men of his house after him, to keep the ways that are right before the Lord, to do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he hath spoken concerning him. And the Lord said to the ministering angels, the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah, because they oppress the poor, and decree that whosoever giveth a morsel to the needy shall be burned with fire, is therefore great, and their guilt exceedingly weighty. I will now appear and see whether, as the city of a damsel torn away, which ascendeth before me, they have made completion of their sins. And if they have wrought repentance, shall they not be as if innocent before me? And as if not knowing, I will not punish, Sorry. Now will I appear and see, according to the cry of the people of Sodom and Gomorrah that ascendeth before me, whether they have made completion of their sins. This is the Jerusalem text. It may be that some among these sinners do not know that their works are of evil and manifest before me. And if they seek to work repentance, behold, they shall be considered before me, as if these works had not been known. And the angels who had the likeness of men turned thence and went towards Sodom. And Abraham now supplicated mercy for Lot, and ministered in prayer before the Lord. And Abram prayed and said, wilt thou destroy in thy displeasure the innocent with the guilty? Perhaps there are 50 innocent persons in the city who pray before thee, 10 for every city. Of all the 5 cities of Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, Zebulun, and Zoar, wilt thou in thy displeasure destroy and not forgive the country, on account of the 50 innocent ones who are in it? Unholy would it be before thee to do according to this word, to slay the innocent with the guilty, and to make the innocent to be as the guilty. That be unholy with it. It cannot be that one who is the judge of all the earth should not do justice. And the Lord said, if I find in Sodom 50 innocent in the midst of the city who pray before me, I will forgive all the land on their account. And Abram responded and said, I pray for mercy. Behold, now I have begun to speak before the Lord, I who am as dust and ashes. Perhaps of the 50 innocent persons, 5 may be wanting. On account of the 5 who may be wanting to Zoar, wilt thou destroy the whole city? And he said, I will not destroy it if I find there 45. And he added yet to speak before him and said, perhaps there may be 40 found there, 10 for each city of the 4 cities, and Zoar, whose guilty is lighter, forgive thou, for thy mercy's sake. And he said, I will not make an end for the sake of the 40 innocent ones. And he said, let not the displeasure of the Lord The Lord of all the world, wax strong against me, and I will speak. Perhaps 30 who pray may be found there, 10 for each of the 3 cities. And Zobian and Zor, forgive them for thy mercy's sake. And he said, I will not make an end if I find 30 there. And he said, imploring mercy, I have now begun to speak before the Lord of all the world. Perhaps 20 who pray may be found, 10 in each of the 2 cities, and the 3 forgive thou, and thee forgive thou for thy mercy's sake. And he said, I will not destroy for the sake of the 20 innocent. And he said, I employ mercy before thee. Let not the anger of the Lord of all the world, grow strong, and I will speak only this time. Perhaps 10 may be found there, and I and they will pray for mercy upon all the land, and thou wilt forgive them. And he said, I will not destroy for the sake of the 10 who may be innocent. And the majesty of the Lord went up when he had ceased to speak with Abraham, and Abraham returned to his place. Isn't it interesting how he negotiated with the angel? And through Abram's efforts, Zor, Zibeon, and Admah were saved. It was only Sodom and Amorah, as we read in the next chapter. So I hope you enjoyed this reading.